Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Spy Fantastic here, and today I will be showing you how to set up a 3x3. So first let's start off with the materials required. You need the cube itself, a screwdriver, you also need a cloth, and it's fine even if you use a paper towel, and you need the lube itself. So I start off by disassembling the cube. I like to do it by moving the cube 45 degrees, popping the edge out, and then the rest should be pretty easy to remove. If you don't know how to disassemble a cube and assemble a cube, I will leave a link in the description on how to do that. Then you take all the pieces which you have removed and start rubbing down all of them, and try to get it as clean as possible because you don't want any of that factory lube interfering with the lube which you are gonna use in your cube. You have to make sure that you clean the core thoroughly as well, and then pop off all the center caps. So the next thing you should do is remove all the screws on all the sides of the core. Then remove the screw out of the piece and get your heavy lube, and my choice of heavy lube is weight 5, but you could use anything like Traxxas 50K or anything. And then how I like to put the lube is just a little bit on the screw head, because the spring really rubs on the screw head, and I just like to ooze out a little bit of that lube and then rub it all around the screw head, and then just put the spring back on top of that. Then I also like to rotate it a bit just to break in the lube a little bit. Then you also need to lube the contact surfaces of the spring on the center of the piece. So again, I like to remove a drop of lube and then just put it around that circular structure where the screw goes, because the spring really rubs against that, and this removes a lot of friction in most of the cubes. So after putting the screw back into the centerpiece, you have to repeat the same process with all 6 centerpieces, and you also have to make sure that you don't put too much lube. Just put enough lube, like how much I was showing when I was putting the lube, because if you put too much lube, the cube ends up becoming too gummy and you have to break it in a lot. Once you're done lubing all the screws and the springs, again, screw in all the centerpieces into the core, and they don't have to be completely tight. And then you want to follow on by assembling the rest of the cube. Again, if you don't know how to do this, I will leave a link in the description on how to do this. Also, make sure to leave out one edge and one corner so that we can put lube over there. So how I like to put lube is by first putting a bit of my light lube just on the feet of the pieces, and then put some on the corner stock and also on the feet of the corner, and then just put some on the tracks of the pieces. Then you can start turning the cube, and if the cube is feeling lubey on the outside, you can definitely just take a paper towel and wipe off the outside. So after doing this, you need to tension the cube, so you can pull on 2 opposite edges and check which edge is more farther away or closer to the center, and using that you can decide which side is looser or tighter, and depending on that you can loosen or tighten that side. And once you're done loosening and tightening, you should make sure that both the sides have equal distance from the center so that your sides have even tension. So if your cube still isn't feeling good, you can put lubes like Lubical Silk or DNM 37. If you really want to fasten your cube, you should put in some DNM 37, and it should help mitigate the problem. And Lubical Silk will just help smoothen out the turns. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you guys in the next video.